This is Gilles Mancier. I wanted to come and say hello today to wish you a happy Easter. For Easter is a great time of celebration. It is a very old tradition. It symbolizes the resurrection of the Christ. There is great mysteries about that are beyond the knowledge of Catholic teachings about the truth about the Christ, and after his resurrection, he was seen to be able to have returned, but then he couldn't stay for political reason. He couldn't stay in Palestine, Jerusalem, so they went to move to France, and then with his family. And so, the time will come that he will tell you all that in person, when all the veils will have fallen. The masters and the galactics and the angels will return into the conscious presence of humanity. For now, it is a time of celebration. There is a great deal of integration that will come between this Easter and the Wesak moon, the first moon of May, which celebrate the birth, the death, and the ascension of the Buddha. The death, that's the release of the physical. So the Buddha was beyond life and death. He had attained the state of samadhi, the nirvana. And so, I'm going to pull a few cards to see what the wisdom that we can gain from a higher self, from spirit, and the highest wisdom for us today is action. We got to move. We got to act upon our will, act upon our intention, act upon our inspiration. Everything that feels good, we got to do, and sometimes we got to act in order to get things done. And so, for most of the truth about life that we are seeking, it's a state of being, who we are doing things. Yet it is more important who we are while we are doing things, what motivates our action, if it is hesitation or it is love or light. But in many sense, it is action is important. There is no happiness without intelligent effort. In a magnetic universe where cause effect follow cause. What we need to understand is partnership, is how to move into a state of co-creation with the universe, to be fully integrated within both those parts of ourselves where there is no more resistance. For in many sense we have two parts within ourselves. There is the light part and the dark part. For we have God, which is the true self, and we have the devil, which is the false self. And the soul is associated with the God self, and the ego is associated with the soul is associated to the true self, and the ego is associated to the false self. And there is this opposition force until the day we realize we move back into a sphere of from duality into unity. Then will allow us later down the road to discover the power of the Trinity. We go from 2 to 1 to 3. What we need to do is life purpose. We have to fulfill our life purpose. Why did we come here? What brings us joy? What brings us happiness? What brings us fulfillment? We came here for positive purpose of serving the universe, and the only way to serve the universe efficiently is to be happy within yourself. And so there is still some cosmic debris that are still lingering. I can see within myself, but in the whole collective as well. For the path of life is very individual, and yet we are all connected to one another. So we have a deep impact on the conscious and sometimes super conscious level. And the general message for us is direction. We have to keep on that direction, to follow, to stay close, to follow this heart calling, the North Star. It is a fixed star. So the heart is a fixed star. It is something that we can always rely on and follow the heart call, the direction, whatever direction that we feel we are called to follow is really what we should do. Even if we make the wrong choice, it is better to make the wrong choice and act upon it. Then we'll know it was the wrong choice. We'll be able to correct it, than to stay in doubt or fear and wait for something to happen before we make the choice, so that we do not know what we're. And the card of the day for us, I found this new deck. I don't know where it comes from. It's maybe my mother bought it and she left it there somewhere. And it's a card of the angels, and here we have the angel Haya. And she speaks about wealth. It's in French, but the card is named wealth. And so wealth, it's about discovering the inner wealth, the true wealth. There is all kinds of all wealth come from the inner connection to the heart. And in many sense, there is in the Master of Wisdom. It's not a very well-known philosophical book, but in the Master of Wisdom thought in the Emerald Tablet explains about wealth. He said that if wealth comes to you, if a great deal of money or whatever, abundance comes to you, do whatever you want with it. It is for you to use. Yet if your heart is not at peace, no matter how much things will come to you, it is of no avail. There is no there is absolutely no gain from having more until you find peace within your heart, and then you can enjoy all things without being possessed by the desire or the thing. So it is about being able to be free to enjoy all things without attachment, which is not always easy, but we're working on it. I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to comment very briefly on this painting. The one here first is already commented. This represents the ascension through the super universe, and here we have a family portrait. It is the it represents, it is a portrait of the company of heaven. It is the Paradise Society. It has different name. It's called the Uversa Personality Register, or the 7 great families of spirit being. And it is all organized around the center, 3 circles that says I am. And here we have the sons of God, Paradise Sons of God, universe descending sons of God, the Melchizedek, Lanonandek, Varandek, Lanonandek, and life carrier. And then we have the ascending sons of God, the Father fused mortal, the Son fused mortal, the Spirit fused mortal, the personalized adjusters, and there are other orders. And eventually we'll become trinitized. We'll move into this those families. Here we have the permanent citizens of the universe, the courtesy colonies, the family of the infinite spirit, with the higher personality, the host of space, and the messengers of times, the angel corps here, from the supernaphem into the supernaphem, the tertiaphem, all the angels of paradise, the angels of the super universe, the angels of the universe. It is all a descending line of ministry. The angels are not first source personality like we are, they are third source personality. Those are maybe a bit technical, but those paintings will have more meaning as time passes. People will have more deeper interest into spiritual things, and I know that there'll be a long program through times where we'll continue to explore those ideas and concepts. Those are inspired by the Urantia book, the revelation of the Urantia book. Here we have the Supreme Trinity personalities, which starting the secrets of supremacy on paradise, the eternal of days, the ancient of days, the recent of days, the perfection of days, the union of days, and the fistful of days, and the divine counselors, the universal censors, the perfecters of wisdom, the paradise citizens, the Avona native. Those comes directly from the Trinity, the inspired Trinity spirits, which is great mystery. I've been able to see them. I was very happy when I could see them, because they are a spirit mystery, the Trinity, inspired Trinity spirits. We do not know who they are, what their function, but I've received insight. I was really happy. Then the Trinity teacher sons. Here we have the supreme spirits, the master spirits, the local universe mother spirits, the gravity messengers, the reflective spirits. Here we have the corps of finalities. There are only 6 corps of finalities that are presently known. The 7th will eventually come, but it's part of future mystery. The transcendental orders, the architects of the master universe, the primary and secondary master force organizer, the creators of the galaxies and the planets and the stars, and then transcendental recorders. Here we have the symbol of the super-personal, symbolized as a great sun. Here there is 3 orders of pre-personal spirit with the sort adjusters. Up there we have a little character here with the question marks. It represents the thousands of orders that are not represented in this painting. Here we have some unique kind of beings that are revealed yet very mysterious. I want to go. It's a bit complicated to get into now. Here we have the supreme power director and power centers, the energy controllers, and those are like the mechanical. They are they're always business. They are the one that makes the physical universe function. For those things do not appear by magic. It is controlled by spirit, although far beyond human ability to perceive. So that's just one part of the seven paintings I did on that subject in 1999. I was living in Denver. This one's it's quite beautiful. I really enjoy it. I still enjoy really looking at it. I'm going to finish with a little song, just it's a little song to finish in music. It's called Angel. Angel came down from heaven yesterday. She stayed with me long enough to rescue me. And she told me a story yesterday about the love between the moon and the deep blue sea. And when it was time for her to go, she spread her wings high over me, and she said, I shall return tomorrow. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel, fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel, tomorrow I will feel you by my side. And sure enough, this morning comes to me, well, silver wings, silver weight against the glow of a child's sunrise. And as the bluebirds and sparrows envy me, she said, I love you, little boy, and today you shall fly. She kissed me once, and the feeling so good, she made me cry. And now we'll fly together. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel, fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel, together we shall always be alive. Well, thank you very much. I hope you do realize the significance of that understanding, that connected with our angel, the angelic part of ourselves, we can live in eternal happiness, eternal joy, and eternal freedom. So we can fly on through the sky once we are ready to be free from the limitation of this world, and it is coming. So I thank you very much for sharing, commenting, liking, if you did like it. And I wish you a wonderful Eastern weekend, and I'll return soon. Namaste.